Shots on goal.
Kreider, Stepan, and Zuccarello now. And Lundqvist lets it come to the trapezoid and plays it, and then Malkin with a quick turning shot from the near wall, and Lundqvist alertly was able to make the save.
Wins chance. They're dumping the puck. Look at the pressure. Dupuis held up. They're ready to stay on the puck, do Crosby and Dupuis, and that hits Boyle stick and skate right in front as Dupuis tries to hit Crosby on the back door and
up the center. Malkin looked for it and ends up in the right wing corner of the Rangers zone. Matt Hunwick, the former Bruin, back to play. Hornqvist in on the forecheck. To the point, and Ehrhoff a blast, and it's up high on Lundqvist. And he makes sure that he cradles it in the glove.
Wins Tuesday after being dismantled by the Edmonton Oilers.
Here's Spaulding with a shot, he just missed. And Malkin throws it off the cage, gets it back, shoots it, and the save made, and the rebound pops up in the air, lands on top of the net. Make that 6 hits. He leads their club with 49 on the year, Tanner Glass. And there's a turnover. Dominic Moore in front for Kreider. Fleury makes the save on Kreider. A bang-bang play after a turnover.
Couple of big hits, good forechecks, turnover by Dominic Moore. The paddle out by Fleury, but Moore's far enough from the net.
Out to Hunwick, the shot, and the save by Fleury. The rebound is Broussard. Broussard sent it across for Hunwick, but it's broken up. Carried back by Gotch, ahead for Adams. Adams upended there by Klein. Here's Dupre with it. Ice has improved here at Consol Energy Center. Done some different things with the water. Here's Spaulding with it on the left wing. Girardi decks him. And the Rangers have it. Fuck up the wall. And now Dominic Moore tries the other side of the ice. Crosby trying to get a hold of it. Kunitz there too, and he works it to the corner for Dupuis, who centers for Crosby. He got a shot off. The puck right on the goal line. Skated out of danger by Dan Boyle. The killing was incredible last night in Toronto. They killed all 6 against them. Here's Boyle with a drive, and it's deflected away from the net. And as a result of that, the Penguins are now ranked 2nd in the league in penalty killing. And they were dead last at the beginning of the year. Here's Sutter with it now. Sutter to the goal. He can't pull the trigger. Now he does. Save made, rebound. Letang is stopped by Lundqvist. Penguins with 8 shots. The Rangers with 5 here in the first period. 6:10 remaining in the period. Paul Martin with it. Ahead to Malkin. Como with a backhand shot, and Lundqvist looks for the puck, and the Rangers help him find it. He was not in the lineup last night in Toronto. Wasn't feeling well in the morning skate, and they sent him back to the hotel room, and he did not play. Here's Hornqvist right down the alley. Goes left side. Como shoots and scores!
Malkin, look at Hornqvist. He holds the puck because they all go to Malkin on the right side, and he fires it over to Como. One times it, 2-1 when the Penguins get the first goal.
Now, interestingly, Como had been playing right wing with Malkin. And now he's the left winger. At least he was on that shift. Maybe he'll stay there. Here's a shot now by Girardi, and Fleury the save, and the Rangers pop home the rebound.
That next shift after a goal, they get the dump in, and it jumps right over the stick of Scuderi. They just shovel it to the net, back out to the point as the Penguins had collapsed. There's the redirect by Stempniak as the puck came in. Wants Stempniak establish position, redirects it there almost to himself.
So the Rangers set it up with a man advantage. A minute 14 to go on that Downey penalty. Louis on the far side, works it along the goal line. Back up top. Here's a shot by Stepan, kicked out by Fleury, and the rebound controlled by the Penguins. Sutter couldn't get it out, however. Control of it. Louis again works it down low. He and Nash play catch. Up top to Boyle, a drive. Glove save, Fleury. Rebound, Broussard moves it to St. Louis, and he scores. All right, Marty St. Louis with great composure there to fire it up over the body of Fleury.
He just used Dan Boyle. Puck got to the net. Look at all the players keeping the puck alive. A beautiful play there by Broussard, I believe, who made that little shuffle pass over to Martin St. Louis right here. What a real good presence.
Moore with it over to Girardi. Girardi shot, stopped by Fleury. The rebound. Kreider tried to set up Stempniak, and he couldn't get a stick on it. Now Gotch over to try to get it out. Down to 9 seconds on the penalty to Ehrhoff. Rangers are getting looks here. Here's another one for Stempniak, and Fleury makes the save. The puck's still loose, but the whistle blows.
Would be inside the zone.
From the draw, look at Lundqvist. He just directed that puck with his mask up into the netting.
Now that was incredible. So we talk about mass, and that shot was head high, and all Lundqvist did was head it. He's going to get an equipment repair as that puck comes right in. He bops it over the glass.
Malkin with the puck. Kunitz races over. So does Crosby. They both get there to play the puck. Rangers back off a bit. Now over to get it is Malkin to Crosby in front. Kunitz backhand shot is stopped. Well, that was a sneaky shot with his back to the goal. Cross now to Gino. Malkin to Pascal Dupuis. Dupuis to Crosby. Sidney Crosby works it down low. Dupuis looking for the puck. It's loose. So is Hornquist. And Lundqvist is able to freeze it. It's not a poker face you saw there. That was a nice smile from the poker brain. Now here's a move out to center taken by Dan Boyle. Turn it over. Spaulding with it. Here's a far side of Malkin. He shoots and scores!
For Malkin. The one-timer off the goalpost, off the back of Lundqvist and in. Goalpost, backside, and in the net.
Bray just bounces one ahead. Malkin trying to take it around a man. Stahl. Malkin gets to the puck. Tried to center it. Malkin continues to protect it along the board. Centers. Hornquist with a shot. Blocked in front. Hornquist got the rebound and it was stopped by Lundqvist. The tank takes off. Pulls up and then dumps it into the corner. Stahl goes back to get it for the Rangers. He's hit by Kunitz. Brassard over to play. Crosby's on him. Brassard gave it away. Dupuis in front. Kunitz. Oh, and Lundqvist makes the save on Kunitz. He looked like he had two cracks at it as he cut in front of the goal. Lundqvist did that, and the winning goal for the Stanley Cup Finals for the Los Angeles Kings. Kicked one out like that and went in the net on the rebound. Here's a chance around the Penguins net now. Loose around the goal. Quick shot by Hayes, and he just couldn't get it to the net. It was blocked. Point it comes to Stahl. Settled down in the corner and moved to Girardi at the point.
The Tank's got Como stick.
Stahl shot. Fleury the save, and he's able to. Well, he couldn't. I thought he was going to freeze that puck. Brassard made sure he didn't, but and he can't take it with him. The Rangers have it again. In front, Hayes tried to get to it, but Letang broke up the play. And now Como just steers it back to center ice. He's giving it right back to the Rangers. And Hayes makes a nice play coming towards the goal. Hayes stopped by Fleury in the rebound. And the net is dislodged. Martin is taken by Rick Nash. And he hands it right to Martin, who hit Nash's shin pad with it, and Nash has the puck. Drops it off St. Louis to Brassard, and Fleury got over to the post and just able to close the pillow. The Rangers able to get the center. Dominic Moore there. Chopping down on his stick was Ehrhoff. Look out here. St. Louis with it. Turns the cage. Marty St. Louis looks back. Finds a man. It's Nash wristing it. Off a stick to the near side, and Hunwick a shot stopped by Fleury.
A little more careful here with a 2-2 game.
Kreider is bumped on the near boards by Martin, who pinched down the wall. Hornquist, Spaulding, and Malkin on the ice. And Malkin, the third man high there. He was way back, but now Kreider with great speed. Down the wing to the goal. Fleury with a poke check. Dragging into the middle. Over to Malkin. Now to Hornquist. Back to Gino. Letang. Kunitz is in front. Malkin tried to wrist it to the net. Turning as Hornquist kicked out by Lundqvist. And then Crosby backhands it wide. Here comes right to Malkin. Here's Chris Letang with it now. Malkin holds it. Centers. Hornquist with a drive and it's blocked in front. Crosby to Dupuis and he shoved it over the goal. Oh, he had an open net. Malkin with it again. 36 seconds to go on the penalty. Malkin closing in. Shot by Hornquist. He fanned on it. Crosby poked it free and then ran right over the goaltender. Great pad save there on that redirect by Kunitz. A little tip. Really was. He's been making a big saves of Fleury with a huge save on Nash. Now Stepan can't get it out. Ehrhoff holds it in. Back to the net. And that one kind of sneaked in on Lundqvist and he gloved it down. Against Moore. Kunitz gets in to help out. Crosby, though, moves it out to Martin. Martin hangs onto it. Over to Letang. Crosby battles in front of the net against Moore. Trying to get body position there in front of the goal. Moore's hammering him with a stick. Crosby turns. Save made by Lundqvist. Malkin poked it free for a moment, but the Rangers stall to Boyle. Ahead now to Dominic Moore. He turned it over. Racing with the puck is Dupuis. Drops it back to Kunitz. Tried to go to Crosby. Dupuis there. A backhander. And blocking the shot was Dominic Moore. Zone.
He did his best after push down the off wing. Pascal Dupuis using a kind of a good figure skating motion.
Here comes St. Louis back to Nash. The shot. Fleury the save.
And for Marc-Andre Fleury.
4-on-4. Overtime hockey. Can the Penguins get the extra point against the Rangers? Lead pass Crosby. Here he is in the clear. Stopped by Lundqvist with a right pad. Barreling in on Lundqvist, and he was able to come up with a big save. Now it's St. Louis trying to sneak behind the defense, but Ehrhoff had him covered. St. Louis throws it across. Hunwick turning and shooting. Kicked out by Fleury. Rebound. Backhanded wide by Kreider. St. Louis holds it. Scuderi not available here. He's in the box. Centering pass. Nash looks for the puck. Sutter. Fleury threw his stick. He lost his stick as he was trying to poke it away.
800th game. And the puck somehow stayed out of the net as Fleury lost his stick and somehow made a save there, I believe. It just happened so quickly. There's off his back. Nash tried to bank it in and hit his back.
Rangers, Kreider with it, drops it back. It's Brassard with it. Brassard fakes the shot, goes across. The blast by Girardi, stopped by Fleury. He comes back out again. Faking the shot is Girardi. Sliding to take it away is Sutter. 10 seconds to go. Out of the box comes Letang. In on goal. Great save by Lundqvist with a glove on Chris Letang.
Then he's off to the races. Girardi tried to make a move. Letang coming out of the box. And another game saver by Lundqvist.
For the Penguins against them. Now here's a chance for Derek Stepan in on Fleury. Stepan shoots and scores. On the breakaway, what will he do here on the shootout against Lundqvist? Everybody standing. Crosby scores! And only his second game with the New York Rangers. A chance to win it for New York on the shootout against Fleury. Boyle in on goal! Where's the puck? It's in the net. He scores. The Rangers win. Henrik Lundqvist here tonight. He was the difference in the hockey game, and this is the goal.
Yeah, it went off the goal post initially. You couldn't tell there, but from my side, it looked like it went off the post, and he double hit it. We got to replay this, guys.
The New York shootout. The Ranger player shoots the puck, hits the post, goes back off the Ranger player in the net. This is a double hit and no goal.
Into the game.
Look out, here we go.
Here's Sutter in on Lundqvist. Scores! Rick Nash, leading goal scorer in the National Hockey League, in on Fleury. Nash to the backhand, and Fleury makes the save. The Penguins get the extra point.